felt inside. Let's recognize I won't be denied. That hurts the most. Intent to kill, so it's real like I'm catching cases. Let the world know I plan to die. If I don't leave with what I came for, won't be denied. The first round's for the times that I spent in the cell. The second round's for the media and the lies they tell. The third round's for the pain that I felt inside. Let's recognize I won't be denied. First round's for the times that I spent in the cell. The second round's for the media and the lies they tell. The third round's for the pain that I felt inside. Let's recognize I won't be denied. When we ride, my road to glory filled with thorns, fluid thoughts from my brain, and I trained to remain strong. They said I couldn't do it, locked me in chains till my struggle's closer to the pain of a train killer. Please believe that I'll never be shamed again. Again, I'll be the next heavyweight champion. Call me crazy, but no one can face me. I'm the product of the projects, lost and crazy. Throw your hands up, Mr. Bruno. Ride, Big Mike Tyson about to brutalize that ass tonight. No hesitation in front of the whole nation. I'll beat that ass so bad I'll probably violate probation. Through demonstration as I strategize information. Intent to kill, so it's real like I'm catching cases. No hesitation in front of the whole nation. I'll beat that ass so bad I'll probably violate probation. Through demonstration as I strategize information. Intent to kill, so it's real like I'm catching cases. Let the world know I plan to die. If I don't leave with what I came for, won't be denied. The first round's for the times that I spent in the cell. The second round's for the media and the lies they tell. The third round's for the pain that I felt inside. Let's recognize I won't be denied. First round's for the times that I spent in the cell. The second round's for the media and the lies they tell. The third round's for the pain that I felt inside. Let's recognize I won't be denied. When we ride, my road to glory filled with thorns, fluid thoughts from my brain, and I trained to remain strong. They said I couldn't do it, locked me in chains till my struggle's closer to the pain of a train killer. Please believe that I'll never be shamed again. Again, I'll be the next heavyweight champion. Call me crazy, but no one can fade me. I'm the product of the projects, lost and crazy. Throw your hands up, Mr. Bruno. Ride, Big Mike Tyson about to brutalize that ass tonight. No hesitation for the whole nation. I'll beat that ass so bad I'll probably violate probation. Through demonstration as I strategize information. Intent to kill, so it's real like I'm catching cases. Let the world know I plan to die. If I don't leave with what I came for, won't be denied. The first round's for the times that I spent in the cell. The second round's for the media and the lies they tell. The third round's for the pain that I felt inside. Let's recognize I won't be denied. First round's for the times that I spent in the cell. The second round's for the media and the lies they tell. The third round's for the pain that I felt inside. Let's recognize I won't be denied. When we ride,
Next heavyweight champion of the world. Everybody else spoiled.
Death Row.
Man, this is it. This is what they've been waiting for, baby. This is what they've been waiting for. They've been waiting for the dog to scratch. They've been waiting for the dog to scratch. Already got Grand Champ status. See how you feel about this? All I see is red, blood, red. Fuck that nigga said, one, dead. Gun to the head, then run, but instead wash my hands and face his blood shed. Never had it all, I was born to mention. Fuck apologizing, if I said it, I meant it. If I don't like you, fuck you, never pretended. Crash, blew up and burned, that's how it ends. Urban legend, I heard it mentioned. Dog is right at home in the dirt and trenches. My birth intentions was first a sentence of life without parole for the worst offenses. Senseless slaughters, kick open the door and everybody gotta die. Wives, sons, and daughters, with orders were clear from the start. First, turn off the light to murder whatever moves in the dark. Nigga.
Death Row Production. It's Mike Tyson, next heavyweight champion of the world. Thanks by the young spoil.
Death Row! My road to glory filled with thorns. Fluid thoughts from my brain and I trained to remain strong. They said I couldn't do it. Locked me in chains till my struggle's closer to the pain of a train killer. Please believe that I'll never be shared again. Again, I'll be the next heavyweight champion. Call me crazy, but no one can fade me. I'm the product of the projects, lost and crazy. Throw your hands up, Mr. Bruno. Ride, Big Mike Tyson about to brutalize that ass tonight. No hesitation for the whole nation. I'll beat that ass so bad I'm riding violent probation. You demonstration that the strategize information. Intent to kill, so it's real like I'm catching cases. Ha ha, let the world know I plan to die. If I don't leave with what I came for, won't be denied. Ride, the first rounds for the times that I spent in the cell. The second rounds for the media and the lies they tell. The third rounds for the pain that I felt inside. Let's recognize, I won't be denied. First rounds for the times that I spent in the cell. The second rounds for the media and the lies they tell. The third rounds for the pain that I felt inside. Let's recognize, I won't be denied. When we ride, for the whole nation.
That's all good to me, because I always been a fighter, always been a soldier, always been a struggler. Can't nothing stop me but death itself.
Revenge is sweet on the street, understand me. Gotta retaliate, get it straight. Locate the nigga's family, and I'm rolling in my deep top speed. Ready to pull the trigger on any bitch ass nigga who got death. They kill my homie and I'm restless. Gotta get him back. A nigga with a Mac and a death wish. Tears in my eyes, don't cry. Look up in the sky, wonder why. Do everybody gotta die? Another soldier in the casket. Can't eat, can't sleep till I bury the bastard. His family is falling into pieces. His mama don't understand the madness. I can't explain the drama and it hurts the most when it's someone close. Mama, don't cry, 'cause I'm losing hope and any dope can see. Where's tears in my eyes, don't cry. And ain't nobody born a killer, but it hurts the most. Niggas out there hurts the most. Spitting the cell, the second rounds for the media and the lies they tell. The third rounds for the pain that I felt inside. Let's recognize, I won't be denied. First rounds for the times that I spit in the cell. The second round for the media.
All right, we're here with Coach Shields from WAWG coming in. Coach, tell us about what happened and where you're from.
From Chicago, Illinois, South Side. Build our team, a bunch of young guys and some of the vets from the city, some of the best players we have in Chicago right now.
Okay, now last night, you guys had a tough loss.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, you went down to the wire, you battled back, and then in the end, we just couldn't close it out.
Yeah.
You know, tell me about what the guys were feeling last night and how they were actually waking up this morning.
Felt like the last call should have been called. It was definitely a foul on that three-point shot. We got the replay in slow-mo and everything. The ref was right there looking directly at the play, just didn't make the call. Unfortunately, that's not the sole reason why we lost the game, because things that happened in the beginning of the game that could prevented us from being in that situation.
So actually what you're saying is there were some things that the players could have did to not put the hands of the referee.
Yes, players and coaches, we could have made some better decisions as well.
Okay.
So it was a collective thing.
Okay, now, obviously, you lost out on the $100,000 grand prize. There's no doubt about this. But this game you're about to play does mean something as well, which means if you win this game, you kind of get some of your costs back and you can kind of move forward.
Yes. So that's our focus on, is to get some of our money back and also still win, going home on a winning note.
On a winning note. Now, what do you need to do to beat these guys? These guys coming up, you've seen them before. Have you guys played before? Or is this your
No, we
first
haven't
trip?
played. This is our first time playing.
Okay. You're looking at them, they got a lot of size, obviously, but you guys, we got, you're built for it.
Yes.
What are you going to need to do to beat them?
Control the pace. So we want to try to be fast-paced right now. Rebound is going to be very important. Rebounding, and then also on offensive end with us sharing the ball, making them move a little bit more, because they have played 4 games in 2 days.
Absolutely.
So we have to make them work on the defensive end. So moving the ball, player movement, and getting open shots, I think we're going to be pretty good.
Now, you guys always tend to fall behind, then build back in. What is that? You
It's
need a
slow
competition?
starts.
Yeah.
We just be having slow starts. We got to figure it out.
Okay.
We haven't, but hopefully we do today.
Well, look here, Coach Shields. I'm rooting for you. I like what you do. I like your style, I like how your players play, because it's like concrete basketball. You know, you have to come hard, and when you come from Chi-Town, where you're coming from, I mean, you know what it is. The best, the cream rises to the top.
Yes, sir.
All right? So
All right.
I'm pulling for you.
I appreciate
and then
that.
what I want you to do is go take it down.
Thank you. We will.
All right, Coach.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're back at you. And this is the Pro-Am National Basketball Championship. We all we got. They're WAG on the uniform, but these guys are going to play this game, and I think you're going to win it, and we're going to close it out. Thanks for joining us, and enjoy the show.
Thank you.
That's it, baby. You got it, man. We'll put you out there. Thanks. What does that look like?
The lies they take for third rounds for the pain that I felt inside. Let's recognize I won't be denied when we ride. I need more than just romantic feelings. When shit is frantic, need a business that the scandals with fucking is killing. To be a villain, have a bachelor and cold feeling. Mom for numbers, say to wonder what you thug dealing. Thug feelings make me a villain to them pH imbalance civilians. Don't let them hurt feelings turn this lesson to a killer. Gang spilling, my prophecy fulfilling. To be involved with a killing must be immune to spilling. Listen, lady, what does it take to get you out of crazy? Let you a loaded 38 and bust a food and blame me. This is how I plan the night. First we ride on the busters, then we dine, eating dinner by candlelight. Be alert and putting work with a thug's past. And I'm the king and you the queen up in thug's match. Me, I'ma never be a bust, I ride for keeps. I know you shy, but please reply. Would you ride for me? Tell me, baby, would you ride for me? Bust on the motherfuckers when they lie to me. Now don't you ever tell a lie, just confide in me. Would you die for me? Tell me, baby, would you ride for me? Tell me, baby, would you ride for me? Would you bomb more niggas when they lie to me? Now don't you ever tell a lie, just confide in me. Would you die for me? Tell me, baby, would you ride for me? Tell me, baby, would you ride for me? Would you bomb more niggas when they lie to me? Now don't you ever tell a lie, just confide in me. Would you die for me? Tell me, baby, would you outlaw? You know. Young life, baby. Trump twisted and crazy. That nigga, you nigga. From this block to your block, you can tell the kids not. Yeah. Yeah. All my niggas on the east side. Throw up your guns, all my niggas from the west side. Throw up your guns, all my niggas from the east side. Throw up your guns, all my niggas from the west side. Throw your guns up.
Oh, with no collective identity. Yo, every man for himself. Me. We need a black mafia. Look.
My niggas crooked though it seems. My every single thought is caught up in collecting cream. I'm made, nigga. Picture me dying in the blaze of gunfire. Will not retire till I'm paid. Turn the base up high. When we fly by. Bitches blow me kisses. Niggas from Compton to Brooklyn. Come on, get your riches. From Crenshaw to 125 and do or die. Rolling with niggas from Long Beach to Long Island. I hardly smell cause my heart froze. Once I commence my show, I rip apart foes. Now I got one nation, it's a crooked compilation just to end the bullshit. Let's get back to money making, tell them busters that I rolled on, controlling the house. My shit so wicked when I flip, niggas closing their mouth. The Coco Brothers, Buckshot, the BDI Thug, Greg Nice, LS, Azu, so show a nigga love, outlaw.
Now every second is a classic when nothing lasts. Gotta take a moment and appreciate the fact that this world is turning faster and faster. And once you felt the real, it's hard to tolerate the plastic. I ain't no Christian, ain't no Catholic, but I believe God gon' shine his light on everyone that never had shit. I need some answers to these questions that I'm asking. We used to be connected, who detached us? Somehow I escaped the fate of this life I lead. Divorced the street, she tried to kill me and my wife to be. Black widow, silk sheets and a satin pillow. This California king loved you like a sack of endo. Empty Patron bottles and a pack of Mentos. Master Suite, refrigerator full of incidentals. Every day we have a ball like a blonde bimbo. Talk to her like a shrink and fuck her like an info. And it can be as simple as it seems if you never doubt yourself and learn from everything you seen. No, wishing on a star can turn your life into a dream. You could walk on water, just don't look down at your feet. Look, told this world I was a star and I'm gonna need a stage. Cause life is short and talk is cheap, so fuck what people say. When I was 12, a crazy lady told me lead the way. I shed a tear cause it was real, swore to never stray. Now every second is a classic when nothing lasts.
out of bed this morning, feeling good in a motherfucker. Sunshine on my mind, give it to me, brother. Roll with me, cigarette.
We got it going on to the consolation. Good morning, folks. We got it going on to the consolation today. We're going to get going. I'm sitting here with Brandon. How you feeling, man?
I'm good, Mike. How about you, man?
Man, you know what? Sometime I'm going to get some sleep. I don't know when, but you know what? Sleeping's not part of the game.
Hey, it's not. And we definitely had some good games yesterday. That high energy, pretty intense. So I'm excited to see how the tournament closes out. Even in this consolation game, I think between the WAG and the SBL, we're going to see some excitement.
I tell you what, they're playing. This game means something. They're playing to get the money back.
Exactly.
Okay, and
exactly.
at the end of the day, you better leave with something than leaving with nothing.
Absolutely. So again, as we get ready to tip off here, again, I'm excited to see how this game turns out, and then hey, we got the championship next. So let's get to it, Mike.
Let's get right on to it. We got it. Here we go. As normal, we get that long air ball. Boy, I think we started every game I've been sitting here watching with an air ball.
Oh, yeah. We've seen that start.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good rebound. Went right over the top. You know, these guys, what they got, you know, I talked to them a little bit this morning. They said, you know what's difficult? They played 4 games in 2 days. All right? And that literally could be 5 games now. Okay, in about 24, 48 hours.
Exactly.
Okay, and sooner or later, something's got to give.
Oh, yeah, and we talked about it last night, and we seen, you know, in that last game, how much fatigue started to play a factor in that 12th round, like we talked about the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter of these games. You're going to figure out how much endurance that these teams have and what they have left in the tank. Because these guys have been giving it all week.
All they got, absolutely. There's a quick bucket. Yep, that'll start us off. You know, they got a big presence. This is a good matchup. The 2 big men are running about the same size. And what you actually have is it was tough losses on both teams. Both teams ended up losing by less than 3 points. And you look at that and you say, man, they just got knocked on the door from $100,000 to now they're playing a game for a little bit less.
Absolutely. And again, you know, looking at the game from last night with the SBL, again, you know, maybe a couple questionable calls, but hey, again, they were right there again to the very last second of that game.
Well, you know what? I talked to the coach at WAG, and he said, look, here's the deal. We had many opportunities to actually take that out of the referee's hands.
I love when coaches say that. I love when coaches don't let the refs be the reason to decide, because there's plenty other times in the game you could have changed that. So I love hearing that.
Absolutely. So we'll get back to it. We've got Black Leather Supreme, and we've got the WAG, and these 2 teams here are going to get it in. Looks like the Black Leather Supreme, they're going to rest their legs and start out in the zone. That's a good 10-footer, money in the bank. The big fella's got a soft touch. He's got good hands around the basket, and he's also a defensive presence. That's good defense.
That pass there.
Let's swing it. You got the weak side. You know, the continuity of the game, one of the things, you learn a lot about this in college. It's called continuity. Obviously, you want to be able to have your offense and work on both sides of the floor.
Absolutely. And again, we saw that play a major part for SBL in their comeback yesterday, being able to work both sides of the floor. We even saw it in the other game prior to that, how that press changed the game. And again, if that team would have kept pressing, it probably could have won that game.
Well, you know what? I thought about that, and a lot of times coaches have a lot on their mind, and sometimes coaches have a brain freeze.
That too. And then I'm wondering how much did he think about their fatigue and their stamina at that point, because pressing does take a lot out of the team. So you still got to have the energy on the other side of the ball to be able to score. So I see, you know, we were talking about it. I saw where he could have been leaning more to trying to keep the balance. But then again, I can see it as you see it as well. Did he have a brain freeze? And, you know, again, that maybe cost him a chance to continue advancing forward in this tournament.
Oh, yeah, yes. And, folks, this is the National Pro-Am Championship, and this is brought to you by Delaware USA Sports in conjunction with HBCU Pro Basketball Association and also HBCU Go Sports. Now, here's what you got. If you had me playing for $100,000, I don't think I would get tired or fatigued, but I'm not the one on the court, which I have to respect because when you have players who will play at a high level, that means they're giving all they have, all the energy, and they get drained. And some guys are mentally tough, they fight through it, and some just kind of collapse.
Exactly. And so again, we're seeing teams that are. You have to find out now what your team is made of, because you can't just rely on one guy. You can't really. Great shot by number 55 from this.
Well, that's a nice shot by the big man.
But again, now you're figuring out how much continuity do you actually have, because it's going to take everything you got here. Nice. Oh, I bet he was able to tip it back in there.
That's great hands.
Great
Folks,
hands.
you got a lot of scoring. You know, we played about 3 minutes. We're 10-7. And what you got here is the teams are kind of moving a little slowly, but they're going to get warmed up. It's just like an old car. You got a classic. These guys are classics. And once they get warmed up and loosened up, then they'll be able to play at their full potential.
Absolutely, absolutely. So again, you know, this first quarter, what we've seen is most teams seem to be filling each other out. By the second quarter, it seems like most teams really start to get in whatever their game plan is, what they see, again, what the kink in the army is for the other team.
It's a nice stroke.
Nice.
That's good, right from the corner. That's where they spot you in the NBA, folks. When you run through the NBA and you run the system, they're going to spot you to certain spots. So each player needs to be in the spot. If you're not in that spot, as you see he's throwing that baseline pass there, he's supposed to be there, and that can do that reversal. Now, some guys get a little confused and don't know when they're supposed to go, or they have a what you call a brain freeze. But you can see those corner jumpers back to back.
Back to back.
Because they're in that spot.
And just like that, the game's 18-7.
Yeah, they're racking up some points. These guys are ready to score. And the guard play has been phenomenal in this Pro-Am championship. I mean, there's some serious guard. Now, we've also got a whole selection of NBA players and former NBA players who have played in the NBA, so this is going to rocket ship up. And what do I mean by that? These guys have had their careers, but with the HBCU Pro Basketball Association, these are going to bring in some new young talent that's going to be able to rise with the HBCU Pro Basketball Association.
Absolutely, and that's our goal, to be able to, again, be able to mix in this HBCU talent with other players from other leagues and other high-quality level players. Because, again, having that mix in, it takes away the stereotype or thought of, okay, well, are you playing the best of the best talent? So now we're able to show that, hey, we're mixing our guys in with, you know, the best of the best, former NBA players, current players, free agents, guys that are playing overseas, and now show HBCU players can ball just like everybody else. They just need the opportunity to be seen in the eye. So we're excited about where we're going. We're excited about the talent we see out here. Hopefully we see some of these guys playing in our league.
Well, that's the thing, and folks, let me explain how that works. It all comes through the grassroots of basketball. And when you deal in the grassroots of basketball, you start mentoring and coaching these players when they start about 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade. Now, once they get to the college level, you're going to have a certain pool that will go on and play in the NBA, but you have a lot of guys who just fell a little bit short of that, and they need to keep going, because a lot of times it is a major task to come out of college and walk onto an NBA roster. However, with the HBCU Pro Basketball Association, those guys are going to be able to continue their development. Now, what our expectation is, once that get the develop in the HBCU Pro Basketball Association, those young men now will have opportunity to go on and move up and advance towards the NBA, because that's what you want them to do. We're looking for you to say, hey, we started, you're out of college, you went to the HBCU Pro Basketball Association, they found you, they scouted you, they moved you to the NBA G League. After they moved you from the NBA G League, now you're on a two-way contract that players receive. And then after that, you're on an NBA roster. So all of this is a process that players will take 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So that's what the league is going to get stronger and stronger.
Man, Mike, you explained that to the T, man. I mean, I could explain that better myself, man.
Well, you know what, man? What it is I grew up in it, so I've mentored. I know what it takes as guys go to the NBA. I've seen it. One of my good friends is Calvin Andrews. He's with Clutch Sports. So, and my cousin, my first cousin just became an NBA agent. He just came out of LA Dorsey High School from University of California.
Okay.
So the process, and people really, most people don't understand of how much development, how much training you have to have, and how much conditioning, but it is a process. And here's what the unique thing that many may not know that are listening right now today is players must be managed. They cannot let them go on their own and expect them to do all the training and the workouts and the nutrition.
It's not going to happen.
It will not happen.
You have to have the right support system, to play on that high level and to, again, to get them where they need to go, on the court and off the court. And that is one of our biggest themes. I've been in sports management now probably about 10 years, so I've seen it. I've had to be that manager that drags his player out of the bed to get to the gym and things of that nature. But that's why we're trying to implement certain things to where we are getting these players to the point to where they are self-sufficient, but self-sufficient enough to know who to get the right people around them to help them be successful again on and off the court. Because we've seen too many times players that let things off the court, unfortunately, affect them not to have their ability to even make it to the court. So we want to make sure these guys have the best development and the best training possible to handle this opportunity. So that's the worst thing that could ever happen is we give you an opportunity to go play in another league and you become a superstar and you're not ready for it.
Absolutely. We're talking about a cream of the crop. And what we got here, these guys are still lighting it up. We're 23-13, and you've got basically two teams that are just kind of kicking it in. But as folks, we won't expand on it too much more, but I want to share that in football, you have the NFL practice squad. That's called development. In baseball, you have minor leagues, okay? So when you have leagues that can continue your development for the men and women out there, here's what changes. You will be amazed at how many get developed that actually can make it. And that's what you're doing. You're giving individuals the opportunity to continue their dream.
Absolutely. And that's the biggest thing. I still deal with football. I got a guy right now, he's playing overseas in Mexico. But again, that's how when I got a part of the HBC Basketball Association, I was able to quickly understand and see, hey, here's the need. Because again, this is my background. This is something that I got started with, working with that league. And I said, man, now we can take this though and give, again, football and basketball players an opportunity to keep going forward. Then, hey, now we keep our guys active and doing something in a positive way. And not just playing in a local rec league or, the leagues that are just for money, even though we're giving $100,000 away for this tournament. But again, it's still giving them the proper training, being able to play under NBA rules right now with these refs that are, again, they're looking for their opportunity to be on the next level. So everyone's growing and developing together. That's the part that I love the most about this is it's great talent, great game, but we're also getting the game itself. We're getting to see, again, we talked about it yesterday, all the questionable calls now in the NBA, we're now though seeing the training process, what they're going through, and how these refs can make it better. So,
well, people got to understand this. There's only 400 players in the NBA.
Exactly.
Okay, so there's not a lot of room that you're going to carry any extra bodies. And when you get something that's giving them an opportunity. Now, here's the change, is you have to be able to be committed.
You do.
Okay. Because the players you're playing against are committed, and most of the time, it's not about who says you are. You have to prove it now.
Yes.
If you felt you should have been drafted, you felt you should have been signed to a contract, well, now you got an opportunity to prove it. And there ain't a lot of places you can go, and there's a tremendous that go overseas. But it's a nightmare. And I've heard some of the stories. Now, Mexico has a good league.
They do.
They do. Okay, but you got some other places, Estonia, Ireland, it's rough. And you're taking, especially African Americans, out of a culture
that they've never been in.
They've never been in before. Some people haven't seen snow.
You take kids, and I can give you a prime example of, again, just using football, and we were talking about the Mexico League. Take a kid out of the league, and I send him to Mexico, and he's barely left the state of Alabama, you know what I mean? But Now he's a superstar on his football team. But also what it took was, that was more of a, I had to personally develop him to be ready to understand and hold on to that opportunity.
Absolutely.
Cultures are different. Things of that nature are different. And sometimes players don't understand and they become uncomfortable because you're away from home, you're away from your friends, family, your normal true support system. And if things aren't going right on the court, it's real hard to stick around, you know, and kind of say, I'm going to just stay over here and play basketball. So you got to make sure guys are mentally tough and strong and understanding that it's also a business. You know what I mean? You have to be able to play ball, but know how to market yourself. Know how to build your brand out. Set yourself up to where, again, now when a team looks at you, they don't just look at your playing ability, they look at your marketability, and that'll help sell you over a guy that may say, he may be a better player by a little bit, but you can put butts in the seats. If you can do that, organizations love that just as well as talent.
Well, I tell you what, you know, the HBC, the university, the HBCU alumni, man, they love some hoop. They love some hoop, boy. I mean, you get up in them games back there and them rivalries, man, you coming in there, some gyms are not as big, some have big arenas, but some of them have them old-fashioned get in there, and it gets hot.
They do.
It get hot, yes.
So again, we're excited, and we want to bring that feel and that exposure to these campuses and these universities, but again, to these players. Some of these players have never been to an HBCU. They've never got to experience that. So again, it's different when you have almost get that shot there it is. But it's different when you have a HBCU crowd, the band going, all of those things. So
it's rock and roll time.
Yeah, we're excited to see how the future goes here.
Well, it's going to be fantastic. I can tell already, just being around, having a history of being around a game of basketball. And I can look at the players and say, okay, I know what the guys do in the NBA. This is what you need to do, because that's crucial. You got to know, hey, are you shooting good enough? Because sometimes everybody thinks it's about scoring. See, the NBA's got enough scores.
They do.
Okay, what they need is defenders. They want defenders. And really, I've told one young man, I said, look, here you kept saying, no, you're wrong, Coach Mike. It's not about scoring. I said, here's the deal. Okay, if you think it was about scoring, I've watched you score a lot. By the point, you'd have had a contract by now. Okay, but they pay players. Okay, Kevin Durant, Booker, okay, those guys on the Phoenix Suns, they already pay them $60 million to score.
That's their score.
That's the score.
I need a guy to do the dirty work for
you got to do the dirty work.
You know, so if you're a guy that's willing to get in there and get those hustle balls, get those rebounds, you know, be the guy that's willing to go into where I don't have to have my scorer doing all the dirty work. Then again, there's an opportunity for you to be there. And once you're on that team, just like any team, once you show your abilities to do more, show that you can be the scorer, be that guy, then take it. But don't be afraid to work yourself up. I think a lot of times a lot of these players forget because they become out high school phenomenons is, yeah, you're a local high school legend, but that doesn't mean you're top 10 across the country.
Absolutely not. And one thing I do know, you're not that guy. We're going to get back to the game here, and that's a good inside move by the big post. Now, here's what I saw that was really unusual. This is like a frustration day for players. I've seen about 3-4 offensive fouls, Tom. I mean, just blatant. I think the officials caught 2 of the 4 because these guys just flat out parked an elbow right in the guy's chest and laid him out on the floor. So these guys are going to have a little frustration they're going to take out. But at the end of the day, here's what you got. You got this team here was running away, okay? And they got beat. Black Leather Supreme, they got beat. But obviously we got the WAG. We got. Okay, they're going to battle back too, but they're used to playing from behind. I don't know. It makes them more competitive, but at the same time, and we got Coach on the floor. Okay, we asked him, could he play? Okay, now you see Coach dropping buckets. So he waited till the last day to say, you know what? It's 37-19 Black Leather Supreme. That kind of shocked you a little bit, seeing Coach drop that 3.
It did. Look, I think that's the first shot I've seen from Coach all game. All tournament.
Well, you know what? Sometimes people think Coach just can coach, but Coach can play too.
Coach can play.
That's a good shot by the big man underneath. Now they're getting out. He's trying to put it on. Okay, Coach. Here's the dive. Okay, Coach. Okay, Coach. Okay, we've been sleeping on Coach.
We've been sleeping on
he sat out last night. He might have should have gotten the game.
Hey, I think he put himself in there a little bit, but hey, he could have definitely used that last night.
Oh, yeah, he's smart. He's sharp. He's going to make a good basketball coach.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I see the bucket. Yep, there we
Good
go,
bucket.
fellas. Way to go. Way to get to the basket. We're going to bring it back on the time. And I'll tell you, folks, one of the things is these guys got out the gate early. We got 8:18 to go in the second quarter. And, man, are they taking out their frustration from last night. They got 41 points on the board.
41-21, and it's 8 minutes in the second period. Whew.
That's a lot.
Hey, look, I hope we got something else.
Well, you know what? You know what? These guys, I'll tell you, man, when you come in here and play for this, and folks, let me tell you what we got here. This is the Pro-Am Del Val USA Sports, and we got the National Program Basketball Championship. We're in Las Vegas. We're here. This is also in conjunction with HBCU Pro Basketball Association and also with HBCU Sports. We're being sponsored by, as you know, Mario Westside Market. That's the best soul food in Las Vegas. And then we got Macaroni Grill if you want to have a crab salad or anything like that. And then you also have Sir Todd's fried rice. And I'll tell you, folks, as this event continues to grow, I would highly recommend you become a sponsor on this, because your name is going to be marketed all over the United States.
Hundreds of millions of viewers between our partnerships and the platforms that we'll be on, from social media to the TV network where HBCU Go Sports. And again, as much advertising as we do with our different partners, you can be seen everywhere. So this is a great opportunity. We love to have more sponsors for this event as well as our league as well. So we're very excited, very, very excited to have new partners come in. So reach out to us. You can visit us at our website. We'll be more than happy to give you more information about that.
Absolutely. And this one here is going to grow overnight. Here we go. We got them going 41-24, but WAWG's going to make a move. They're not the team that stays behind and feels that way and stays there. Those guys are very competitive, and I'm telling you, both of these teams are carrying some frustration because both of them lost games by less than 3 points.
Oh, absolutely.
Now that was interesting. He could have got hacked, but there's Coach again. Coach making plays. Coach is on it. He's doing what he has to do. Now they got a good thing going. Let's see, they're going to open up a little bit of two-man game, and he's got a weak side to that magic corner. That should have took that first look. He had the shot right off the bat. It's a good move. He got to the spot. Yeah, control it. Loose ball should stay going the other way. They got a little out of control. All that happened from him not taking that baseline jumper. He had it wide open. One time when you get it open, you got to let it fly.
Absolutely. I mean, at this point, WAG has, there you go, WAG. Oh, man. I mean, at this point, WAG has, they have nothing to lose. They might as well just go back and let it fly.
Oh, that's it, big fella.
Shooting like that.
That's it, big fella. I love when the stretch fives can get out to that baseline, hit that shot, and that opens up their game. And as you can see, it's opened up their game also to the point that they are putting up record points. Now this ought to be interesting. Is he going to shield him? Oh, that's pretty slick.
Oh,
we got loose ball coming in on the end. Coach is kind of frustrated. He missed that layup. He came close, but he knew he had a trailer. Now, a play like that, I slid my body in front of him and stretched out for the layup. That's when that stretch play comes in. You put a stop on him, slow his momentum down. You kind of put him in his hip pocket, then you stretch away from him.
Exactly. And I don't know if the defender's size maybe kind of teared Coach away a little bit on that one. But again, Mike, you called it perfectly of how he should have actually finished that play.
Well, we're still rocking and roll. We got 44-24. Folks, we got the championship coming up next. And that championship, you're going to see some blood, sweat, and tears. Because if you put me in a game where we're playing for $100,000, I'll tell you what, I'm going to do whatever I have to do that I can take it out of your pocket. I'm going to take that because that would be mine as the mentality. And I'm sure you want to call it yours. But we both can't have it.
Oh, yeah. If somebody has to go home, and there's going to be a winner, there's going to be a loser. So it's 1 o'clock game. Oh, I can't wait to see how these stands look as we see actually one of our coaches walking in now on the other side. Probably just kind of relaxing, just watching good basketball before his game. But that championship game, man, get ready.
It's going to be some high-flying action.
Finish your Sunday dinner, get in your recliner. The NBA might be on, but the action's here at the Pro-Am.
Well, I tell you what, there's a lot of family and friends going to be watching that game, and I'm telling you, these guys here, folks, they've been playing some hoop, they've been playing some basketball. I'll tell you what I saw since I've been here that really shocked me. I've seen some tomahawk dunks, I've seen some ball handling, I've seen some guys that can actually play this game at a very, very high level that gives them the credibility. And a lot of times, there's only 400 guys in the NBA, and what happens is you just need exposure. Once you get the exposure, okay, because every player is in the NBA is not the best basketball player, okay? And what you see, sometimes you have to fall in the right situation, okay? So even though you don't get drafted, man, there's a lot of guys that have played in basketball, played in the NFL, in NBA, Major League Baseball that didn't get drafted. The game doesn't start till somebody tells you no or you get cut.
Exactly. And again, a lot of these guys get opportunities because they just had the right exposure, you know. And again, you say it, and guys hate to hear me say it all the time, but it is true. You have to have exposure. Coaches need to see you. Coaches have to have film on you. Teams have to be able to see you so you can get that opportunity. You can be the best player in America, but if no one has seen you, how are they going to know?
Well, that's how it works. We can get you to the league. I can tell you, there's enough resources. I've been around the game long enough. We can get you to the league. Now, here's what you got to do. You got to have a commitment. You got to live first class. You got to be clean. You got to get off the social media. You got to bring yourself back to one objective, and it's not going to be family and friends. It's going to be your dedication and commitment to the game. Just like the U.S. military, they are dedicated and committed. You have Army, Navy, they play basketball, but those guys have high IQ, and they don't play around. That's how they protect the country, and that's how you make it to the league. You got to be 24/7.
Oh, absolutely. And again, you know, I'm an Air Force vet. A good friend of mine, he's still serving at this moment. He coaches for the Air Force basketball team. And again, the dedication and the commitment that those guys have, not even just as service members, but as basketball players, you know, and then added in being a service member is next level. But these guys too are looking for a shot, looking for an opportunity. And they're playing some of the best across the country that is, you know, in probably some of the best shape that you could possibly be in as well. So that opportunities that are there, though, are created more and more again by exposure. Have to have exposure.
Absolutely, and that's what people will never understand. If you serve in the Air Force, I'll give you a little example, folks. You still have to carry a very high GPA. Obviously, they test you to get in, so everybody is not academically qualified.
Absolutely.
Now, after that, you're still going to go in there, and you're going to play basketball for Army or Navy. Okay, you're going to do that, and that's a recreational activity, but it's still D1 major basketball or D1 major football. Then after that, you have to do your job as a soldier.
Yep.
Okay, you got to wake up in the morning, still do your job. So that sometimes is almost an 18 and 20-hour day.
Easily.
Okay, and that is a dedication and commitment. Now, when you come to the HBCU Pro Basketball Association, you don't have to do those other jobs, but you have to focus 18 to 28 hours a day. You have to eat it, sleep it, drink it, your craft.
Absolutely. And again, I thought the big man hit another one there. But then again, that's why we take the model and we've made it to where, again, we saw what works. We saw what the NBA G League does as well. And again, we're not here to reinvent the wheel. We're here again to create and be a new stepping stone for those opportunities for these players.
There's Coach again. I tell you what, Coach has got a nice stroke. He's feeling it, folks. 55-28. This one here is really going to go away. The players are going to fold. But I don't believe that WAG's going to just let him have it. But this one here is getting away from him. And here we go. Now, if he strokes this, nope, that's long back iron. And what you got is they're going to come back. WAG's going to make the move. That's a pro guard right there, folks. That guy's been around in the league. I can tell by the stretch move. Whenever I see a stretch move,
like that.
because you got to get over 7-footers. Yeah, he's light on the nimble. But you got to get over these 7-footers. So you got to have a floater. You got to have a lot in your bag to be able to do it. And these guys here, like you said, what I do see is this is their 5th game. Okay, this is their 5th game, and it's running about 48 hours. And at the end of the day, they're a little weary, but at the same time, to come out here and give this commitment and play in the event, that's money in the bank. That's a win-win. That guy's been in the league. He's been around. I can see by his stroke. I can see how he plays, and he's got game. And that's a good move. That's good. That's good, big fella. He's been solid all tournament. All ever since he walked through the door, he's been solid.
Absolutely.
Smart choice going zone.
How much fight WAG has going into the second half? Looking at the score, I'm looking like, so we're going into the 4th, and it's the whole second half to go.
You know what, Brandon? You hit it on the head, man. I'm looking at you too. I don't know what to do because they're going so fast with the score. Yep. Okay, we're going to lose him. I'll go ahead and cover it right on down. Folks, it's 59-31. We got 2:17 to go. We're going to be in the second quarter. They're on fire. Okay, Black Leather Supreme. That's a good entry in the big man in the post. WAG needs to get going, pick up their tempo. They're playing at the same team as Black Leather Supreme, and if they pick their tempo up a little bit, they'll be able to execute, get back in it. But at the end of the day, you're not playing score. What you're doing is we're playing basketball, and these guys are going to keep running, and that's what a professional does. But I like the fact that Black Leather Supreme is coming out playing big man again. That's good ball movement, inside out, and they're going to rotate back into man-to-man. Got some good dribble penetration, got it to the corner. I should have took that shot. That's a little overpass. I'll reset. They're going to reset back at the top. That's going to be short. Good entry. Great entry. Got to finish it. That's got to finish it. Great entry. Good tap back in. I like what they're doing. Almost. Wagon's picking up the tempo now. Oh, they're missing chippies. They're missing the chippies, folks. And those are chippies or layups. Really, you shouldn't have any problem putting it up and down. That looks like a long one. That's money in the bank. They're starting to make their move, and they challenge themselves. I've seen every game that Wagon's played, and they've challenged themselves each game. We've got something. Tom, did you see what's going on? What stopped? We got a player down on the floor, and it looks like he was diving out of bounds. So we're gonna wait a moment, make sure he's okay, and see what needs to be done. So from my referee desk, Tom says that in pro basketball, we do not stop for an injured player. They can attend to the player. However, if there is blood, then that will immediately change the focus. Looks like, from what I'm looking here, he might have got hit in the stomach area. I'm unsure. I would not give any medical report in that. That's pure speculation. And hopefully he's going to be okay, and we're going to get back to the game. 38 seconds left in the first half. We've got a commanding lead by Black Leather Supreme. The WAG, all we got is known for big-time comebacks. I've seen them come back from over 20 points down, and they're looking for the same. I think the ref is explaining to them that we got to keep going and we cannot stop at this time. So they're going to get an injury sub into the game, and we're going to restart this. And they got 20 seconds on the shot clock, so they're good to go in that part. And the young man is still being attended to. Got a high pick and roll coming. That's going to be a little short. Yeah, they're starting to see the fatigue set in. These guys' legs are kind of winding out. Okay, that's a violation. That's a violation that was missed there. Player started out of bounds, then put the ball out of bounds and let somebody else take it. So that was a little object there. Did you see that one? Yeah. Still good? Is he okay? How's your player? Okay, so we just got a report that he may have sprained his shoulder. They're medically attending, and we'll get him some help. You got 9 seconds to go. That's a good entry. Floater from the top, no good. Rebounded. We got a last-second corner jumper. That was short, and that's going to wrap up the first half. And, folks, we shared a lot of information. I think that what we have there, but, again, this is the Pro-Am National Championship. It's brought to you by Delaware USA Sports, and we're in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's in conjunction with HBCU Pro Basketball Association and also HBCU Go Sports. And our sponsors that we're bringing it to you today, we're looking at Surtage Fried Rice. That is actually going to be the best fried rice that you can get in Las Vegas. I'd highly recommend you going over to 722 West Cary Avenue, Las Vegas, Nevada. And then at the same, we got the Macaroni Grill, and the Macaroni Grill is serving some good stuff. Your seafood ravioli is what I would try. You have shrimp portofino. Grilled salmon is one of my favorites. Chicken fettuccine, I love that fettuccine. Well, that double mac and cheese is something that's really good too. And also fettuccine Alfredo. And then we have Mario West Side Markets. That's his best soul food. You got some fried okra, fried pickles, greens, candy yams. And you got quite a bit dirty rice, mac and cheese, red beans. Potato salad, some good old fried fish, chicken rib, links, pulled pork, peach cobbler, banana pudding, sweet potato pie. So we're going to take a break. It's halftime, and we'll be back. We'll see you in a little bit.
What you discover, stay high, but we gotta keep it on the under. Oh, I got this shit that makes me wonder. So fly, do or die, give me your number. Okay, KJ made the beat a slumber. He is able, no cables, bitch, I beat the jumper. 12 gauge, I call a rage, and I love the pumper. Let off a few shots, clack, clack, dumper. And now I'm sitting in my coupe, system banging like a motherfucker, big Snoop. Shitting it down, crawling around me with the pound. Gangsters make the world go round and round. You feel me now? Come close so you can hear me now. West Coast little nigga, so fly, do or die.
When he was 12, a crazy lady told him lead the way. He shed a tear cause it was real and swore to never stray. Now every second he's in class, when nothing lasts. Gotta take a moment and appreciate the fact that this world is turning faster and faster. And once you start to build, it's hard to tolerate the plastic. I ain't no Christian, ain't no Catholic, but I believe God gon' shine his light on everyone that never had shit. I need some answers to these questions that I'm asking. We used to be connected, who detached us?
Throw up your guns on my niggas from the west side. Throw up your guns on my niggas from the east side. Throw up your guns on my niggas from the west side. Throw your guns up.
Y'all got me in the scopes. I know y'all know this is thug life.
Y'all got me under surveillance. All eyes on me.
You know what? I bet you got it twisted, you don't know who to trust. So many player hating niggas trying to sound like us. Say they ready for the funk, but I don't think they know. Straight to the depths of hell is where them captains go. But all you still down, nigga, holler when you see me. And let these devils be sorry for the day they finally free me. I got a caravan of niggas every time we ride. Hitting motherfuckers up when we pass by. Until I die, live the life of a boss player. Cause even when I'm high, fuck with me and get cross later. The future's in my eyes. Cause all I want is cash and things. I five double low, dance fucking flash and rings. Bitches pursue me like a dream. And known to disappear before your eyes like a dope fiend. It seems my main thing was to be major. Paid the game sharper than the motherfucking razor blade. Say
You know. All eyes on me. I bet you got it twisted, you don't know who to trust. So many player hating niggas trying to sound like us. Say they ready for the funk, but I don't think they know. Straight to the depths of hell is where them captains go. But all you still down, nigga, holler when you see me. And let these devils be sorry for the day they finally.
I couldn't believe these shocking facts about women and money. Get this, women are 5 times more likely than men to live paycheck to paycheck. Nearly 70% of millennial women don't save money because they're only earning enough to get by. While 60% of Gen X women have less than $1,000 in savings. On top of that, we graduate with more student debt than men, and we're paid less on average. That leaves us to invest later and less often in life and makes it 80% more likely that we'll be in poverty when we retire. On top of that, women of color have the added challenge of having to fight against an oppressive system that was designed to keep them at a financial disadvantage. We are on a mission to reverse these shocking facts and help people who identify as women or non-binary take control of their finances once and for all. Click the link or keep watching to learn more. Hey, I'm Britt Baker, and no, I'm not some financial guru. I'm just a woman who grew up with good money mentors, and I'm here to help other women figure it out for themselves. So if that sounds like you, click the link to learn more. See, I was lucky. I grew up with parents who taught me about compound interest and grandparents who taught me how to save and invest in the stock market. But I know that not everyone gets that. So when I graduated from Harvard Business School and my friends started asking about investing, I decided to start an investment club to teach them exactly what they needed to know. But what I quickly realized was that most people weren't actually ready to invest. They needed skills like saving, budgeting, and other financial habits. So that's when I teamed up with my best friend and now business partner, Lorianne King, and together we created a program to help women take control of their finances once and for all. We start from the beginning, addressing your relationship with money and the stories, beliefs, and assumptions about money ingrained in each of us. Then we bring pleasure and mindfulness to your finances, I know, surprise, with a weekly money ritual, and teach you how to spend, invest, and use your money in alignment with your values. We believe that everyone deserves a financial education, and we want to get more money in the hands of more good people. So just click the link on your screen to register for our free training, where we're going to walk you through the exact steps you need to know to become a successful investor and take control of your money. If right now you feel scared to look at your bank account or anxious every time you go to buy something because you don't know if you can afford it, if you think that investing is something that other people do or that building wealth is only for the ultra rich, if any of that describes you, I highly recommend signing up for our free training, because on the other side of it, you could have a completely new normal when it comes to money. A normal where you have systems in place to take care of you when unexpected expenses come up. A normal where your credit score is sitting comfortably in the 800s, where you're regularly putting money away for retirement. A normal where you're invested and watching your money grow while you sleep. A normal where you feel completely informed and at peace when it comes to money. So click the link on your screen to make this new normal a reality. Because the fact is, learning how to manage money is simply a skill, but it's a skill that most of us are never taught. And so we struggle perpetually with money until something interrupts that. And that something is happening to you right now. It's me inviting you to this completely free training so that you can learn how to change your financial situation now and forever. In this training, we're going to teach you a simple step-by-step plan to take control of your finances so that you can clear debt, keep more of the money that you're making, and learn to invest and grow that money. Over 100,000 women just like you have already registered for this free training, and it truly has the power to change your life. I have heard from so many women who have taken this training that no other financial approach has ever made sense to them or stuck until they learned our system. And that's because we designed this specifically for women. So click the link on your screen to register for our free upcoming training, and let us help you master money and live the life that you deserve. All right, so it's really easy to register for this free class. All you need to do is click the link that you're seeing in this video. Clicking that link is going to take you to a page where you want to hit the yellow button to register. You'll select the time that you want to watch the training. Enter your name, your email, click register now, and confirm your spot in the training. Then you'll go to a thank you page where you can follow the instructions, like signing up for text reminders and downloading the workbook to fill in while you watch. And when it's time, just click the green button on the right side to enter the training and you're all set. I will see you in there.
Go. We're starting the second half, and looks like there. That's good up and entry. That's good. Tip, not good. Okay, here comes WAG. They're breaking out. They're ready to go. They're going to cut into this lead and see if they can win this ball game. You got a weak side. They're going to run it off to two-man. Okay, he's got baseline jumper. That one's bottom of the barrel. That's a great shot coming off the wing, running baseline, finding the spot, kicking it to him, and getting the bucket. Another long range. That one's going to be off the mark. And they got numbers. They got 3 on 2, and he's going to lay that one up himself. He should have passed it off, but big man's there. That's up and there. It's great defense with a block, and that's a foul. That's going to be a foul on the return. Let's see if he calls it on the floor, or is he going to send him to the line? Okay, they're going to call it on the floor. Now, I like that. They're trying to see if they can turn this into a two-man game and it will actually be able to get it done. That's a good dribble. Ah, there you go. That's a good dive. So we got a little two-man game, the pick and roll, dive off of that down to the basket, wide open. And basically that was easy work for him. We got 59-48. WAG is cutting in his lead. They are We All We Got, and they are coming out of Chicago. That's a nice stroke by the big man. I tell you, to be 6'10", 6'11", and have that touch, I mean, you got 22-foot range. That is excellent. Now, they fell back into a zone to kind of protect themselves. And WAG's not that good from the outside. That's not their strength. So that was a good adjustment. And now we're off and running. Middle's wide open. He's taking a look. Three-point shot again for the big man. Nope, that was a little long. They got a rebound up and under. And he missed that one as well. WAG's off and running. Back to him from the weak side. That's an open look. That bucket should be good. That one's off. Okay, they got it in and out of there. So Black Leather Supreme, they survived that one, giving them 3 opportunities at the hoop. And you got an open lane here, wide open. Okay, good weak side. Gonna reverse it back to the top. There's gonna be a 24-footer. That one's gonna bang off no good. And it's gonna put it back in the hands of the WAG. Now he's got it again. He's gonna go baseline. He's gonna sit it to the corner. That's the spot. Bang, 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 bang. You know, when you sit there in that spot, that's what the NBA guys do. You gotta be ready to knock down the 23-footer. And we'll always tell you 3 points are better than 2, and that's what they're capitalized on. That's a free one. Okay, that's a good hard foul. Basically, he didn't have anything to do. There was no one that rotated on the defensive side, and he took a hammer on the shot, but he's going to shake it off. I've been watching this young man all weekend. He's tough as nails, and he's going to go ahead to the line and try to knock it down. Obviously, they cut into the lead tremendously. It's 62-51 now, and we got 2 shots at the free throw line. First one's up and good. Substitution, player coach coming back in, and we're going to see if he drops down on the second. We got a loose ball foul on this one. They're going to keep it right here. And they're saying that from the big man, they kind of held him, didn't allow him to get to the basketball. Black Leather Supreme has kind of went into a lull. They got into a freeze, and they're going to have to get something on the bucket here. That should be good. Oh, they're overpassing right now. Yeah, you can't bail yourself out from overpassing. He should have took the shot on the initial, and he actually didn't. So now we're going to go back into it. If you look, that's good penetration right back to the corner, wide open jumper, and in and out. Went to the bottom of the barrel and didn't foul. But the WAWG are getting the stops they need. They are no doubt turned up on the defensive end. And basically what you got is the momentum is swinging right in front of our eyes. I mean, you got to take a look that Black Leather Supreme had an extremely large halftime lead, and that's just getting cut into. The lead is down to 12, and they're going to have to put the brakes on it or this thing's going to be tied up. There's another easy bucket. So the WAWG are doing what they need to do. WAWG, W-A-W-G, stands for We All We Got. And the Black Leather Supreme are really in a freeze set. That's good ball movement, good inside look, way to get there. Yeah, that's how you play, folks. If you want to play good basketball, you got to play without the ball. You got to move the ball. And when the ball comes to you, you got to put it in the hole. Well, that was pure fight by the guard. He got it back. They had a big, again, the legs, you can see the legs are a little tired. And folks, what it is, this is game number 5 in 2 days. And at high level playing, that is something that is beyond what normally happens. So you got it going. Oh, there's good hands. And which way that one's going to go? We're going to go again. The WAWG's defense is turned up. They're about to cut it. They're going to call into it, got a timeout. And they were rocking and rolling. They didn't. The players didn't want a timeout. They feel they had them on the ropes. There was no need to call that timeout. But coach wants to rest them and see if they can get back in. Now, what he has done is that is an actual momentum mover, meaning that when you're running and playing well, if you call the timeout, you just let them off the hook. Now they have an opportunity to go back, re-strategize. If I were coaching, which I'm not, but I have to respect what they're doing, is the fact that whenever you got somebody on the ropes, keep them on the ropes because they need to call the timeout. But these guys have been going. This is their motto. They can be down by 20, 25. It doesn't matter. They come back each and every time. And, folks, we're just at the 5-minute mark. It is 65-55. So you got a good game. They're heating up. And this one is the consolation. And the consolation, there is a prize, and these guys, they don't want to go home empty-handed. And that is an embarrassment to go back to Chicago empty-handed. It's an embarrassment to go back to Arizona empty-handed. Okay, so these teams are coming from out of state, and this event, okay, the Pro-Am Championship is going to grow tremendously. My expectation is we will be up to 24 to 36 teams participating, and that means the prize is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Here you go, folks. He's got him on the baseline. He posted up the guard. He drew the foul. He's going to get 2 shots off of that. It took him down the baseline, put a little bit more size on him, and we're going to shoot it for 2. So they can take this down to 8 points now. And that the main goal is they want to get it inside of 10, which this could do it. And then after that, the main goal is get it inside of 5 points. And then after that, the main goal is to get it to take the lead. Because this is their motto. This is the way they play. However, first free throw was missed. So we're going to see what he does on the second attempt. Coach's shot is money in the bank. He doesn't play a lot of minutes because that's his choice. But his shot, they could have used him, and it's about as pure as it can get. That bucket was good, but that was prior to that was a foul. And folks, when I look at shooters, this is how I know whether or not they can shoot. If you shoot the ball and touch the rim, then you're not a shooter. But the guys who consistently shoot the ball, it goes right through the net, doesn't even touch the rim, that's how I identify my shooters. That they're pure, and they've been doing it, practice it, and that's how you know whether or not you're a shooter. There's another bucket by the WAWG, 68-57. We're winding it on down. They're going to reset. They got the shooter on the weak side if they rotate. All he got to do is reverse it. Big man sees him. He's going to bring it to the top. He's open again. He missed him. They got to move the basketball. That's basketball, folks. That's a good backdoor. Put him on the wing. Thought he was going to catch it in the corner. Now I need WAWG to be a little bit patient and not rush it. They're on a good run. That's a good-looking shot, wide open. Short. Oh, that's a good rebound. Grabbed up and down, knocked away. Oh, that one there. That one there looked an all ball from my angle. And this is the thing, folks, and I kind of know a little bit about refereeing, so I'm looking at it. I always like those officials to be outside of the ball. Don't get caught behind the player because now you don't have the full angle. Okay, WAWG's got to get back. They got it rotating out. There's going to be a long jumper. That's one way off. Too quick. They shot it too quick. You do that, nobody's back to get on defense. Bang, bang. Whenever you shoot it too quickly, you're setting your teammates up for failure. Nobody knows the shot going up, so nobody knows they have to rotate back on the defensive end, and that is a detriment to what you're trying to achieve. Oh, there's a hold on it. So you want to shoot the ball in offense the most you can, or in transition offense, because it gives everyone an opportunity to know the shot's going up. If nobody knows the shot's going up, then once they lose the rebound, the next players are going to be wide open on the other end, and that's exactly what happened. First one trickles, and falls through. Folks, this is the Delaware USA Sports National Pro-Am Basketball Championship. We're in Las Vegas, 2024. This is in conjunction with HBCU Pro Basketball Association and also HBCU Go Sports. So we thank you for tuning in. I'm Mike Walker. I got my co-host Tom Nugent, and we're going to bring it to you. And we're going to get you right into that championship game, which they're playing for $100,000. And I don't know about Tom, and I don't know about Brandon, but if you put $100,000 in front of me when I was a player, I'm going to bite you in the ankle. I'm going to do everything I can to win that $100,000, okay? So we're going to fight. If you talk about a fight, back in my day, of course, I'm 60 years old now, so that kind of changes things. But back in my day, we'd have never left, and we'd have played with no lights on if we had to. But that's how much I love the game of basketball. So you stay tuned. We're going to keep on pushing it. Let's see what we can do. Black leather, 72-59, 3:16 to go. Oh, he's got him outsized, out box. He can't have it. That's 3 seconds. Oh, he called him on a travel. All right, either way, he was in there too long. He tried to pivot, and it looks like he pivoted his back foot and the front foot as well. And that's basically a travel. The WAWGs want a dedicated play on this one. Oh, yeah, it's there if they want it. Okay, weak side to the wing. All he's got to do is knock it down. In and out. That one hit the bottom of the net and rimmed back out. He was on the money. Oh, that should be good. That's his spot. That's his spot, folks. I've been watching him all week, man. Big man. He's been lining up in the same spot, and he's probably hit about 15 of those since he's been here. Now WAWG's putting him in an uncomfortable spot. That's great hands by the big. Oh, that's good pivot. That's great hands. Man, he just missed the chippy, but that was a good move all the way around. You got him weak side. He's going to go to the basket. He's sustain it, and he's going to get the bucket. Bingo. We got 75-61, 2:10 to go. They can cut this down to 13, and folks, I tell you what, by the time these guys get done, they'll be inside 10 before we start the fourth quarter, and then after that, their goal is to go ahead and win the game. So we got a golden opportunity as you're going to watch the WAWG come back in this game, and they're doing it consistently in each and every game that they've actually played. So we're going to be able to do what we need to do and watch this one wind down. It's going to be a close one. Big fella feels he's hot. That's the long stripper. You got 3 in the box there, and he got 3 against 1, and he still got the rebound, kicks it out to the big fella. Big fella drains the jumper. He's got some of the sweetest touch I've seen on a big 6'10", 6'11" player, and it is smooth. Bottom of the net, yep, that's another smooth one. I tell you what, folks, if I had to pick an all-tournament team, it wouldn't take me long. I know about 6, 7 guys here have just been consistent every game, win or loss, and that's very impressive. That's a short corner jumper, didn't get it, and here we go, 64-78, and here come the WAWGs. That's a good move. That's a good move right there. How you doing? That's a real good move right there. That's good classic coming off the guy. Sometimes you just got to go ahead and push it down, let it be what it's going to be, and play the game the way it's supposed to be played, and play hard is most important on that there. That one there kind of fell off. Here they come again. They're picking up their momentum. There's a deep jumper. That was going to be short. Got him on the weak side. He got him in the corner. Coach is going to pull it out. Got it back to the big man. That's his spot. He's got another one. Folks, you're watching one of the greatest shooters. It doesn't matter if you're in the NBA or you're out here today in the HBCU Pro Basketball Association, brought to you by Delaware USA Sports, also in conjunction with HBCU Go Sports. He's one of the best shooting big men I've seen in probably the last 10 or 15 years. However, his touch is just unbelievable. This is a big bucket. Nope, didn't get it. 6 seconds to go. It's an outlet pass. There we are, up and down, easy money. That's going to extend that lead out. We got 83-66. And there they go, another one they're going to get a shot at. Boom, there we are. So we're going to wrap this one up 83-66 prior to starting the fourth. And they just got to figure out what they're going to do and how they're going to do it. The game is the same. It started back in Naismith. And you got Kansas, you got Indiana. There's all California, Texas, New York, Chicago, Philadelphia, Oregon, Arizona. No matter where you go, no matter what city, one place, the basketball is the theme, and it's played by millions all over the world. And now you have Delaware Sports USA in conjunction with HBCU Pro Basketball Association and also HBCU Go Sports is bringing you an opportunity that for players that are HBCU, but also players that are inclusive. You're a Division I basketball player, a Division II player. If you feel that you have the aspiration to run and do what must be done, this is going to be for you, because opportunities will come your way. And I'm telling you, you got to be ready. Sometimes it can change for you overnight, just as it did with John Morant. And one of the things they found John Morant, he was in a JV game when the coach finally saw him, and they spotted him out. So sometimes you're not in the varsity, sometimes you're not a five-star player. Some players get overlooked, some players have later in life growth spurts. It doesn't matter. If you feel you have what it takes, then I would highly recommend get in the HBCU Pro Basketball Association. Show your skills, show your talent, let America see what you can do. And I'm Mike Walker. I got my co-host Tom Nugent with me. He's also my New York referee, so whenever I need a consultant on a call or what's the right call, I just go to Tom. Short corner jumper in and out, didn't fall. The WAG played so well, and now they kind of fallen off. They've lost some momentum here. They got an opening they can utilize here. It's going to be a 15-foot jumper. That's off. That's off. They just went ice cold, 83-66, started the fourth. You got 9 on the shot clock. He's going to go ahead and find the elbow, reverse it back, step through, put it in the bucket. That's a good touch by the big fella there. You got a 6'7" wing that can handle the ball. So he's moving in and out, but he's got extra long arm and reach, and he can get to the basket. Here we go again. You got him spinning around for a three-pointer. It's all looks like it's halftime or at the All-Star game right now as the players are relaxed and they're starting to play. And here we go. It's going to be a nice little over. That one pushed over. Well, we got a foul, got him pushed on it from the back end. Referee saying got him. Defensive player said, no, I didn't. But that's a common thing that happens in the NBA, and it happens a lot now, and also Professional Basketball Association, is the players will complain about every call that's made. You got one player complaining on the offensive side, one player complaining on the defensive side. That's just the nature of the game, and especially in the NBA, no matter what call is made, somebody is complaining. So if you're going to be an official, or you have a desire to be an official and come down here and officiate these games, then I would highly recommend you contact Delaware, USAsports.com, and find out how you can get into the officials camp. Because these officials are trained, and Mr. Tom Drakeford has put many officials into the NBA. So you basically have to go through Tom Drakeford to get the recommendation that you are ready. And I'll tell you, if you have an aspiration, don't hesitate. All right, they're going to get back to it. They went to zone, and they're going to have extra defensive help. That's a good adjustment going in the zone, only because it's going to not allow them to have matchups, because they've struggled with the matchups. They're talking to each other, trying to get the defensive assignment as they rotate players and do switches. All right, players have corrected the referees again. They told them they had the shot clock incorrect. Should have been at 14. Yeah, that's too wide open. That's just that's what you call a lazy defensive rotation. Players start moving their feet, getting over to the other side to pick up the offensive player. What he does is ignore it and gives up a free layup. Now they got 5 seconds on the clock. They got to make something happen. Okay, that's a great floater. Great floater. It's a labor of love right now, folks. Oh, that's good entry on the inside. Oh, Wade have nice hands. Way to battle it back. No foul. Finally, the referees give him a foul. He felt he'd been hacked 3 or 4 times. Now, folks, keep in mind, these are big bodies on the floor. I mean, when you have 6'9", 6'9", 6'10", 7-footers out there, it is extremely hard to see through those big bodies and some tendencies you will actually miss some calls. First one's going to be up and down. That's going to put them down by 17. They got 7:02 to go. If they pull this off, folks, this is an absolute miracle. But they got to get it. They got to get it inside of 10 in the next 2 minutes. They're not pressing. They're kind of opening up, stretching out the defense. And let's see what we got. You know, Black Leather Supreme, man, they're about as solid as a rock. Lost last night by 3 points. That's a nice floater. In and out. Okay, here we go. There's the WAWGs. The WAWGs don't play defense until they feel they've gotten seriously down by a lot of points. And then they feel the urgency, and they play like they should. There's a short corner baseline jumper. It's going to be short. Should have made that jumper. Makes no sense. If you're not going to... Oh, here's Coach. Long range. He's no good. Now, you got Coach shooting one even extremely fast going over there. There's another easy bucket by WAWG. Here we go, folks. They're going to make their run. There's a third baseline jumper, bottom of the barrel again. I tell you, I don't get it, folks. If these gentlemen would play that way from the start to finish, they'd blow everybody out. However, they have to be down by enough points to turn up their intensity. So they get down to somewhere close to 20, and then they start playing basketball. I really haven't seen anything like that, but that may be a Chi-Town or a Chicago way. So now you've got a situation where they got to stop the bleeding, because if I'm looking at this, now they got to cut to 11. And if they don't stop that bleeding, they're going to walk out of here. But both teams are solid. Both teams have been in this position before. And it happens all the time in the NBA. There's no game that's safe in the NBA. You always have to play till the end. It doesn't matter. I've seen teams up by 15 with 3 minutes to go in the NBA and lose the ball game, because the NBA has the tightest clock in the world. I mean, you cannot make time run on the NBA clock. It just gets stopped and stopped and stopped, and then at the end, you know, they gain 10 points, but you only use 14 seconds. So that's what you got. Here we go. Now, of course, we'll never forget Reggie Miller being up there in the Garden, where he made a comeback of his own against the New York Knicks and shocked the world. Half people were leaving the building. There's Cookies, as they call it. He got picked, and call him the Cookies. Here we go. He's got him. Boy, that's great defense. That's great defense. That is great defense. That was great defense. He almost had a 3-on-1, and he kind of covered all three of them. Boy, that's quick feet. So we're going to take it to the center to jump it up. Guards give it up about, I would say 4 inches in height. Oh, that's a good jump. Oh, they got him way extended out. This should be an easy jumper. That's wide open. Somehow they come up with it again. They can cut it inside of 10. Get it down to 9. Wide open underneath. That's a tough pass, guys. That's an ill-advised turnover. Yep, there it is. There he is again. It's just one of those things, folks. I mean, if they can control it, they just had an opportunity to get it in there. Now they've given up that three-pointer. It stretches them out. They needed one more stop, and this would have got them even closer. However, it doesn't matter with them. We got 4:44 to go, 90-76. And the WAWGs are just trying to chop into it. But Black Leather Supreme responds. And that's called a team with durability, not only physically, but also mentally. Okay, yep, he got undercut, and he's going to get an and one. That's going to cut it down again. It's going to take you right down. He got an opportunity to cut it to 9. Well, you got a lot of excitement going on, some good, some bad. And we got another corner jumper. He's been hot. He's been nailing those corner jumpers. Now you got him down 90-81. And the clock, as they got it within 9. Now they got an opportunity to cut it again. Here they go. Folks, they have protected it. Heat check. No, didn't get it. All long, in and out of bounds. That was going to go to Black Leather Supreme. Well, he had to do a heat check. He made the last 3, and he went for one more, and he just kind of couldn't get it to drop. But the play was there, and now we got the coach in, and he's methodical. Folks, that's a foul. He's methodical. Yeah. Oh, that's a tough one. He's got an opportunity to try to get it inside on the post move. That's good help defense. He threw that one right out of bounds. Bad decision. You overextend yourself. Instead of working the basketball, passing it and getting the continuity, getting it to the other side of the floor, you're running 3-on-1 in the defenders. Well, three defenders are going to stop one player. That's a travel right there. Same situation on both ends. Okay, you're running yourself right into the player with nowhere to go. You're better off doing a dribble kick, get it out to the wing, rotate the basketball. At any level, any part of the game, it's best you play smart basketball. Oh, that's a good short corner post. That's a move somebody should dive here in a minute. There we are. All right, here we go. We got 3:15. They cut it to 9. Oh, that's good movement. He got to knock this shot down. You got to knock. You ran into the defenders. Yeah, he'd have been better. He'd have been better just taking a charge on that. He was in the right position. The offensive player was dribbling right into him and had no choice. When he tried to avoid the contact, at that point is when he ran into the block. But the player was running right into him. He couldn't stop momentum. And that would have been a definite charge on that play. First free throw is good. That extends the lead back up to 10. Second free throw, rims in and out, so now they can cut it to 8. And potentially 7 if they get a three-pointer. So the WAWG is right where they want to be. That's going to be the three-pointer. Bam, front out. It was long. He got an offensive hustle on the rebound. He got it back. Oh, you got the lane wide open if he wants it. Oh, that's bad pass. That's not smart. Coach read it. Did great opportunity. They got a deflection. You got him there. What do you want? Short back iron. WAWG's had 2 great opportunities to score. They came up 0 on each one, and now you're down, getting close to 2 minutes. Oh, that's a good move. That's a good move. That is a good move. Wow. We thought he was a coach. He's a baller. He's a hooper. It's a good play. Players are getting worn a little thin. Their attitudes are starting to show, and that's what you don't want to do. You never want to lose your composure. Win or lose, you play it as hard as you can, and you let the results deal with what they have to deal with, but you don't lose your composure and start getting frustrated where you're yelling back and forth at the coach. Okay, you got the big man inside. He's been nothing but deadly. Kicks it back out. He got a nail. This one, that one's going to be back iron, no good. Big man gets it again. They're calling it loose again. They're going to go the other way. We're going to be shooting free throws. It's going to stop the clock. First free throw's up and good. That's going to move them a little bit closer, folks. Yes. Take it down to 7 with the next one, down to 7. You got a minute and 25 full court pressure coming. They break the press. Now they're going to swing it back over and move it around, and they don't have to shoot. Basically, they want to use a clock. Big man misses it. I have no idea why you shot that. You didn't need to, but you opened the door. First free throw rattles up and in. This one here, they got it down to 6. And now it looks like after the free throw, coach is going to want a timeout. There you go. You're talking about a 5-point game. Well, the WAWGs are cutting back to 5 points. All we got is what WAWG stands for, and these guys do it time and time again. I tell you, they could be down by 20 points. You look at the end of the game, they're down by 2 or 3. They have the most incredible ability I ever seen them play as a comeback team, because each and every day they find their way, and they make sure they get it done. I mean, it's their style of basketball. Only trouble is Black Leather Supreme. They're used to facing opponents who do the same thing, and they just block you. They just go ahead and execute you out. That's what kind of happened today. Okay, they're waiting for the WAWGs to get back on the court. They're trying to go into an extended timeout. They want another timeout. Well, that's another strategy you lose. When you're tired, you use all your time out. Take an extra rest. 1 minute to go.
They call the timeout so they can advance the ball up to the front court at the 28-foot mark.
At the 28-foot mark. And what's the time count that they have to advance the ball? Is it under 1 minute? Or is it a minute? Is it 2 minutes? So here's what you got. They're going to take an extended timeout. This is the National Pro-Am Basketball Championship. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is being brought to you by Delaware USA Sports, and it's being brought to you in conjunction with the HBCU Pro Basketball Association and also HBCU Go Sports. As we look into it, we had some wonderful sponsors. Mario Westside Market, best soul food in town, Macaroni Grill, seafood ravioli, extremely good, and Surtage fried rice. And I tell you, if you haven't had the crab fried rice, folks, I recommend you give it a try. Excellent, excellent, good food. This one's going down. It's championship coach. He's walking by. He's looking good. Everybody's thinking we got the cheaters against YSS. Here we go. There goes Y. Quick steal. And they got a bucket. Now they cut it to 3. So after the double timeout effectively worked, it gave them extra rest to get on their legs, and now they're in a press, and they're down by 3. This is critical. Oh, he traveled. Oh, he traveled. Oh, my. Well, it looked like he might have shuffled his feet a little bit, but I might have been seeing double vision. So we'll let the referees handle that. If we dig Tom, I think it's best I do that. But in basketball, and especially in pro basketball, folks, when you're on that court, everybody sees a lot of different things. I mean, you could ask 100 people, and they'll see it 100 different ways. So at the end of the day, there's only 3 people that count, and that's the 3 referees and 3 officials on the court. Now, of course, you got 10 players, but the players don't really matter because they're going to complain and want the call to go their way anyway. However, it comes down to what it is. Oh, that was great. Did he get it? He got it. He went in there and stripped that right off the leg, and they're going to retain the ball. Black Leather Supreme, excellent work by the player. He stripped it on him and let it go right off of his knee. All right, they're going to take it to the bonus and start shooting. That's an unbelievable play right there. I mean, I can't believe they had that. They've blown opportunity after opportunity of trying to get that ball where they needed to go. Second free throw is up and good. You got 44.2, 97-90. We're going to walk this down to the wire. 3-point shot is what they're going to need. He launches it. Oh, almost a 4-point play. Boy, that'd have really changed things if he'd have made that one. The good news is they stopped the clock. You got 37.7 to go. 97-90 is the score. Good morning to you. Folks, I just had Sunshine walk by me this morning. How is Sunshine doing? Well, I am wonderful. Absolutely. You know, it's good to stay vibrant. It's good to be active. And I've got, like I said, I've never seen sunshine, but it's in front of me right now. Unfortunately, it's blocking my view from the game. But we're going to just keep it going. I'll see. Nevertheless, we're keeping going. And we got, here's what we got. We got 92-97. Okay, this one's gotten down to where it's going to get a lot confusing. And that's one thing that most NBA players or NBA games can do. When it gets down to the wire, I tell you what, that last 45 or 30 seconds can last an eternity. But we can only have one winner. There can only be one consolation prize. So we're going to back this down to where we need to go. And at the end of the day, I'll tell you, I don't know who's going to win this game, even with 32.9 to go. How are you today? I have such wonderful people walking by me. I'm just making sure I acknowledge them. And folks, if you have a chance to come on out to this event, it's in Las Vegas. I tell you, if you're down south, okay, you're in Raleigh, North Carolina, you're in Atlanta, come on down to Las Vegas, and you're going to enjoy this event. I tell you, it's one of the best. I've enjoyed them every minute I've been here. All right, here we go. Okay, that thing's supposed to get across. Here's the deal, that thing's supposed to get across, but they didn't actually get it across. Now, here's what happened. The shot clock has actually told the story because the shot clock starts at 24. It's sitting at 14. They did not get that ball across that line, but they're going to go ahead and reset the shot clock, Tom, because they're going to put it to 15. So I'm not sure what happened on that, but we're going to keep playing. We're down to 26, going to send coach to the line. Now, I used to have fun. I used to have fun with officials, too, because whenever there was a shot clock and they'd go past 10 seconds, I'd always call a timeout and say, hey, but I'd quietly ask them, aren't we supposed to get it over before 10? Well, why am I at 15 right now? Yeah, 8 in the professional basketball. Boy, that's not a long time. First one's up and good, 98-92, 25.1 seconds to go. And we're going to keep it pushing. We're going to go up with the second one. That was going to be bottom of the barrel. All right, here we go. The WAWG are coming back. They're down by 7. And we're going to see what we got to do to make this work. That's a good look. That's a 35-footer. Going to go front iron, no good. That should just about wrap it up. No need. You got the other guys who are not walking. They're going to run it out. That's going to be the ball game, it looks like. The WAWG are going to concede, and Black Leather Supreme does it again, 99-92. That was a great ball game. And folks, we got the championship coming up. This is for all the marbles, $100,000. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with you soon. This is Mike Walker and also Tom Nugent, and we got a game, folks.